seems...
Nobody's watching yet. I'll tell you when anyone's watching.
Who wants to sit and look at two old people sitting in a car in the half light?
You'd be surprised. One person watching, whoever you are, thank you. Right, quick share. New video. Oh, it's Brian. Drive safe. Thank you, Caitlin. Cool. So we're here queuing for the Aberdeen boat. If any of you watched the video earlier from 6 o'clock tonight. Oh, everyone's joining. Wayne, hello Wayne. Russell Gilchrist, hi JP. Have you started your journey? Yeah, we've done six miles from our home in Lyron to Hatston Docks. Ian Clark, thank you. Good luck with your trip. How's the trip going so far? Well, we've not had an argument, yes, have we?
No, not yet.
No, we've not forgotten anything from home. Scott, safe travels, thank you. Pete Glass, hi. Hi, thanks for joining, folks. 28 people watching. See, you said no one would come on. See, Ursula is my new secret YouTube monetizing weapon. Who wants to see more of Ursula? Give me a thumbs up, because she doesn't like this at all.
Stop it, I don't.
As James and Kate would say, I'm pimping out my wife, because he used to do that with Kate. Anyway, hope you have a great trio. Yeah, the dog's in the back. I've just walked him out for a quick tiddle. Scott, hello Scott. I see, get a thumbs up for you, look. Martin, got 4 thumbs up from Martin. Russell, give him 2 thumbs up. Pete Glass just arrived in Malta, seeing 1 I3 and 1 intermediate BYD not identified. Oh, perhaps it was range testing. Interesting. Has anyone got any questions? Because I don't know how long to keep this going for before Mrs P gets really annoyed. I'd just like to say, just in front of me and to the left is a Fiat 500e. That's all electric.
That's interesting.
Very interesting. Double screening JP, is that healthy? I don't know. Oh, I've lost that bit of chat. How do I get the chat back? Top chat. So is it Mrs P driving, or are we having a reverse image? It's the reverse image, it's where YouTube works. Yeah, I'm driving. Complete with my French sticker that's on the windscreen. Yeah, there we go. How long? I've got a dot over it. Why is there a dot over? Oh, there we go. When are we going to arrive in Spain?
We'll arrive in Spain on the 5th.
So is that?
And we get down to our apartment where we're staying for a month on the 7th.
Right.
We've got to drive. We're having a night in Madrid.
Yes. So we're taking an easy drive down. So we'll be actually at our apartment in a place called Vera on the 7th.
7th, yeah.
I didn't win the Tesla Model Y, no. But again, it's not a race, as you might have seen from the video that I did earlier tonight. Kia e-Niro versus Hyundai Kona options. Oh, lost is by £100. I don't understand. Have I missed any chat? Of the two, I like the Kona, but I prefer the e-Niro. It's a bit bigger. Kona I find a little bit cramped. I think the Kona is just slightly more efficient, even though it's got the same like running gear and everything. Anybody got any questions? We might do a live stream tomorrow when we're driving, just for a bit, out of Aberdeen.
Yeah.
So we're going on the Aberdeen boat, and we've got a cabin. It's a good way to get a big chunk of distance instead of getting the Scrabster boat. So we can get from, well, we're going to go from Aberdeen docks tomorrow morning at 7 AM when the boat gets in. Well, it gets in about 6. No, it gets in at 7. Then you have to take the car off straight away. You can go back up and have some breakfast if you want. And then we're heading down to Penrith. Is that right, Penrith?
Yeah, Penrith.
Yeah. Are you taking turns in driving? Probably
No.
not, because I love driving and I'm a terrible passenger. I admit it. I'll be pumping the floor all the time. Yeah. If you're taking turns driving, can we have a bet on who drives more economically?
I can tell you who drives more economically, and it's not John.
Yeah, it's me. Hi both. Whether we eventually move to Orkney, we should be calling in to see you about a car.
Oh.
Okay, thanks, Roger. Your video has 103 likes and 762 views. Oh, is that the one that went out tonight? Right, that's good. What was I going to say? If you do move to Orkney, Roger, do a winter first, because the winter breaks most people. The rest of the year it's great, but this time of year it's tough. And as I get older, I find it more difficult. I know this has been struggling for a few years. So summers here, don't get me wrong, summers here are fantastic. It's the best place on earth. But the winters are grim. Hence the reason for us taking our holidays, not in the summer, but in the winter time, to go and get some sun. On our trip to Orkney and Shetland, we did one long ferry to Aberdeen. Yeah, so we've not actually ever been to Shetland. We must do that. You will need to move that bag behind you when driving again. Yeah, that's just the overnight bag that's coming on the that's coming on the ferry with us. So don't worry. Christina Coop. Have a blast, you two. I'll be keeping up with your journey. That can't see the. It might be Christina from the office. I can't remember. Can't remember your little icon. But thanks, Christina. Why did you move to Orkney? Because it's better than Leicester. We have some friends up here as well. How do the public charging costs compare in Europe to the UK? Don't honestly know. I've had a quick look on the Electroverse app, and I've also got the Electroverse card, so I'm looking forward to testing that. Chris Ramsey messaged me today on X to say he used that when he went to Germany and back to Aberdeen in his Nissan Aria, not the one he took pole to pole, the one that Nissan have a press car, and he said it worked seamlessly, the Electroverse card. And like I always say, Mike, as long as the Rapid works, I don't care what it costs. I really don't. I just want the convenience. So I'm not going to be scratching my head and trying to drive out the way to save 10, 20p a kilowatt hour. I'm not interested. I just want it to work. They sure are grim, JP. It is me, JP. Oh, hi, Christina. I hope you're well.
Hi, Christina.
Hope your stopover breaks on the way down. It's definitely half the fun. Yeah. Is the boat in, or are you looking into the dark sky and see? Boat is in. It's yeah. We saw the lights approaching, so it's in a bit early, to be honest. It's come down from Shetland. I think most of the Teslas are open all in France. Yeah, I think they are actually. So I've got the Tesla app downloaded on my phone. So we've got a choice of Electroverse or Tesla superchargers. So yeah. Tesla chargers in Holland and northern France are well cheap in May. Okay. And it's a time of day as well, I think, for all Tesla superchargers, as to what price it is. Surf the Tesla wave, cheapest, yeah. Where's the dog? The dog's right in the back, in a little bed. He's been out for a wee, so he's quite happy. He thought we were leaving him tonight. He went and sat in his bed in the kitchen as normal,
He thought
waiting for his treat.
Yeah.
Now he's beside himself with excitement. And Northlink now allow dogs into certain cabins, which is great. So there'll be 3 of us tonight. I'm very well, and Monty's looking as cute as ever. Thanks, Christina. He will love his sunny holiday with you guys. I hope so. Yeah. So starts the adventure. And for the video, I'm going to start recording this. So I'm going to do 3 more videos, one in the UK, one in France, and one in Spain on the way down. And so I've zeroed my secondary trip on the car. So I've done 6.7 miles since I left home. So I'm going to record every bit of electricity I put in and the cost, because a few people have commented on my other socials and on YouTube, like, tell us your actual cost. Still seems to be a thing with a lot of people. Is it cheaper to run a diesel? But I just like driving EVs because they're nicer than an internal combustion engine car. I'm missing this chap, sorry. Like watermelons, licky watermelons. Hello, Jonathan. Hello. What were you looking forward to what were you looking forward to the most? I know what your answer is going to be.
What's my answer going to be?
It's going to be heat, no wind, no rain, no damp.
Yes.
Yes, there you go. Hope you have a lovely trip. Thank you, Joe Palmer. How many times will you stop? See, these are sort of the regular questions. We're going to stop when I need to stop.
We don't really know, do we? Yet?
We don't, because, like I said in my video earlier tonight, if I was driving a petrol or a diesel or this e-Nero, we would be stopping the same amount of times. Because I'm old, I can't drive longer than 4 hours without having to stop for a comfort break.
The dog needs to stretch his legs.
So, yeah, and the dog needs to stretch his legs. So, you wouldn't... Well, you might ask that question. If I was driving a big dirty diesel, you might say, well, how many times are you going to stop? Well, you don't ask diesel drivers that, do you? You just go, well, I'm just going to drive. I'll stop when I want to.
And we will do the same.
And it's the same in the Nero. Watched the video 3 hours ago. Okay. I'm with Mrs. P there. Winters are long and bleak. That's from Christina. Christina's a proper Orcadian.
Yeah,
so,
she's a tough Orcadian as well.
She's a tough old bird.
Oh, that's not very
well,
nice.
She knows what I mean. She took it on the chin. Some anti-EV people say they won't go EV because it costs a lot in public. It's hardly any difference in cost per mile. Weird, it is weird. I don't mind paying £1 a kilowatt hour as long as the rapid charger works and I'm on my way. I always say it's a bit like pulling into motorway services. You don't rush up to the counter and buy a frothy mocha cappuccino frappuccino and he says that'll be £4.70 please. You don't turn around and go, well, I can make that for 10p at home and walk off, because you're paying for the service, you're paying for the convenience. You just pay it because you want a coffee. I will just pay for a rapid charge because I want a rapid charge. It's not a permanent thing, it's just an occasional treat. Roger, cheers, noted. This is a chap that thinks he's thinking of moving to Orkney. I think we'll take holidays in the winter. Do it. I mean, the benefit of the winter up here is you do get to see the aurora.
Yes, that's true.
That's if everything literally lines up, like no full moon, no cloud, and there's been a sun, what do you call it? Not sunburst.
Solar flare. Solar
flare, like 48 hours ago, and then you see the aurora up here. But it is fantastic. And even if the aurora is not doing its thing, I've lost all the chat. Even if the all messages are visible, that's better. Even if the aurora is not visible, the stars are just incredible up here because there's so little light pollution. It's like that when I used to take us all to the south of France in the 80s and 2CV. Wow, the journey was a holiday. I don't know whether a holiday in a 2CV would be pleasant, but each to their own. Peak glass, however, we do need cheaper AC street charging for those of us without hose. True, do. And I think as the infrastructure builds and different companies are trying to compete, the price will come down. But we're still in this sort of setup period for a lot of people, to councils and businesses, to set up EV charging because they've got to make money somewhere. Here we go. So yeah, so we're on the boat tonight. We'll do 3 videos. So if you want to dip in and out, there's a new video going out live on the 31st, which is like my summary of the EV business, particularly at auction, and covering depreciation, which seems to be a hot topic. People either want to know how many times am I going to stop on the trip, how far will I go, how much is it going to cost, and my e-Nero is now worthless. It's depreciated. They're the main topics. I seem to be targeted by anti-UVers on my socials, which I don't bother. Used to knock me a bit, I just ignore it now. Electricity price doubled in the 2022 gas crisis and didn't come back down. Okay, how many miles per kilowatt are you currently getting? Driving here from home, I've averaged 3.54 miles per kilowatt hour. It's 7 degrees, and I've got the heater set on auto at 20 degrees and the heated seats on.
I normally get about 5.2, don't I? On a long drive.
Not in the winter, you don't.
Yeah, I do. 5, easy.
How far driving wise is your holiday destination? 2K? Yeah, it's about, I did look it up, it's 1,860 miles to where we're going. But we're going to stop in France for 2 days. We might drive around France, and Le Mans we're staying for a couple of days, aren't we?
Yeah, and La Rochelle.
So probably 2,000 miles by the time we get down there. Charge companies are recovering from the installation costs. Tesla didn't factor those in, so it could charge. Yes, Tesla put upfront costs before the cars are on the road. Is the only car manufacturer to do that. Christina, who runs Eco Cars, the prices I've seen for e-Neros say they're going up rather than down. They're actually gone up in price slightly. I've been keeping an eye on that as well, Christina. Why do you think electric cars are so divisive? Anti-EV folk are so vocal. This is from Mark Henderson. Most never dream. Yeah, I know. It's so divisive. It's sort of tribal, isn't it? How long did your critical air sticker take to turn up? When did you order it?
About 2 weeks ago, and it came this morning. Yeah.
We had the paperwork in case the sticker didn't come.
Yeah, if your sticker doesn't come, if you've got your paperwork, you can show your paperwork.
Yeah. Does the Nero have a heat pump? Yes, that's because this is a 4+. And my neighbour, Sam across the road's got the e-Nero 2, and that doesn't have a heat pump. I've covered that actually in a video, the difference between a heat pump and a non-heat pump e-Nero, because we had some amazing figures from the Reflex project, which I did in a video. Joe Palmer, Mr. Leadfoot and Mrs. Featherfoot.
Yeah, I think that's about right. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I think you've got your own little following. So I don't think there was anything else I was going to cover. And the winds have died down up here, so it should be
it should be a good crossing.
A nice smooth crossing, because if it's a rough crossing, I have been rocked in my bed before now on the Aberdeen boat going south. Right, if no one's got any more questions, Mrs. P is desperate to sign off. What time is it? Right, I'll sign off at 11 o'clock. It's 5 to 11. I'll give it 5 more minutes. If anyone's got any questions, then put it in the chat. And thank you for watching at 5 to 11 on a Friday night, folks. Safe journeys. Thank you, David Foster. If it's rough, do you need a hammock? I can't fit in hammocks. Russell, safe journey. Thank you, Russell. Thanks, Christina. Have an amazing time, you three. My perfect eco journey. Safe travels. Thank you. Great names you've all got on the YouTubes. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Like I said at the top of the stream, Chris Ramsey of Pole to Pole messaged me and said, "Oh, you'll really enjoy it. I think what you're doing is amazing, but this is nothing compared to doing the North Pole to the South Pole," which Chris and Julie did.
That was amazing.
Which was amazing, yeah. Danny, thinking of getting an Enyaq 60 rather than the 80, which is cheaper and probably do me fine. That's fine, yeah. Does your car have any form of autonomous driving? It's got lane assist, and on the cruise control it's got adaptive cruise, so we'll actually keep the distance between me and the car in front, and also steer and keep within the lines of the road. So it has got a form of autonomous driving. But if you don't nudge the steering wheel, a bit like the Tesla, after 5-6 seconds, it beeps at you and will disengage it and shout at you and stuff. What state of charge do you set your home batteries when you go away? So I've just left them really trickle charging. I've just reduced the ampage from 3.5 kilowatts overnight charging to just half that, so 1.5, just so it keeps the fridge freezer running on cheap rate electricity for the next 3 months ish. So we're back early March. Enjoy your trip, thank you. NCB. Mike, safe journey. See you in the next video. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. 3 minutes of this drivel to go. Someone's just joined. So the watermelon person, male or female, what network are you mainly going to stop at? I don't know, but I'm going to use my Electroverse card. And I think I put in a link to this if you want one of these. If you're an Octopus customer for your home energy, you get sometimes 10-20% off the cost of whichever provider. But if you go on the Electroverse app or website, they cover nearly all of the charge providers through all of Europe. So the idea is I'm just going to drive, and if we see a service is 100 miles away and I've got 120 miles range left, or kilometres, then that's where we'll stop. So I'm not planning any stops. Top tip, when stopping in France, never stop on the left side of the road because it's so easy to drive off on the left by mistake. Okay. Never stop on the left hand side of the road. Right, I think I understand what you mean. 3 months, so white, sure not, wishing you fair winds, following seas and working charges.
Yeah.
Commuter branch line, thank you. So we're back sort of early to mid-March. That's the plan. So my holiday starts now. It's not when we get to Spain, it's now. So thanks for watching, folks. It's coming up to 11 o'clock. We shall board the boat about 15:15. I had to replace a stolen Everse card. Forgot to activate it and wondered why it wouldn't work. Oh, okay. So my original Octopus Electroverse card was one of the original ones, and that chip inside didn't work, so they just sent me a new one which has got a different format, but I had one of the original ones. Is the ferry expensive? What is the ferry? What has the ferry cost? We get some discount because we're old.
We get
because we're islanders as well.
Concession discount, and we get islanders discount.
Yeah. So what was the cost of the cabin, the car and the dog?
I can tell you. Just bear with and I'll tell you exactly how much it was.
Mike Bruton? Yes, it does.
It was £160.
Oh, it's not bad. £160 one way from here down to Aberdeen
and that's
docks.
with the overnight pet-friendly cabin.
Yeah.
And the car and us too.
Yes.
And £20 extra for the dog.
Right. Okay. There you go. There's the answer. About £160.
£160.
But it saves, I'd say, 7 or 8 hours driving.
Oh yeah, and probably an overnight stop somewhere as well.
Yeah, Sid A, get a pet passport while you're in Spain. It'd be cheaper. Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, we were talking about that today.
So I went to the vets this morning. I've not covered this. It's going to go past 11 o'clock. Went to the vets this morning with Monty to get his health certificate, which is what you need for driving in Europe. 200. Although I did buy a flea collar and some flea, a tick remover thing, because we're going to a tick popular place in Spain. £227 for a piece of paperwork and those bits this morning, and he had his rabies jab and some other jabs a month ago. I think that was 150, 180. I can't remember.
I think it's definitely worth getting the passport for next time.
And I'm back, and the vet did say that it's worth getting a passport when you're in Europe. So we're going to see if we can meet up with some friends and get somebody's address and use that.
Yeah.
And that's valid for 5 years apparently.
Yeah.
She will always intended to go put this in your video. Okay. Thank you, Sid. Right, we're going. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
And catch up with you soon.